Um, Hi, how are you?
Good, Audrey. How are you?
I'm wonderful, I'm wonderful. Can you briefly describe yourself and your position here at New Tech and like what you do?
Sure. Yeah, this is my fifth year as the school counselor at New Tech, so I'm involved in day-to-day operations on a large scale. I meet with students behind closed doors for confidentiality reasons to talk to them about what's going on here at the school, any issues they may have, any concerns, and then as you kind of look around my room, a lot about college as well. So there's both, there's great reasons to come see me as your counselor. You're not in trouble when you come here, so I'm really here to help students manage their way through high school.
Okay, okay. How would you describe, like, I know you're saying you're a guidance counselor. How would you describe yourself as a guidance counselor here for a student at New Tech?
Sure. Well, guidance, it's a funny word. When students come to see me, my goal to meet with them is to help them figure out what options they have and then the best path to those options. I don't feel it's my role to tell them this is what you should go and do. That's sort of outdated philosophy. It's really say, all right, here's 10 doors that I want to exit, have it open to me when I leave high school. What are the best pathways to get there? And we explore, does that mean starting at community college? Does it go to a four-year school? Is it the workforce? Is it a work field? Or if it's situation, separately of kind of post-secondary education, if there's something going on at school, all right, well, here's what you tried, it's not working, let's try this alternative, or let's examine how you are thinking or feeling at this moment, and what would you have done differently in that time? So it's to be reflective. So guidance it's a term that we use loosely. It's more you come here to meet with me to explore what's going on with you and investigate what other options you may have.
Oh, okay. So you don't tell specifically what to do, but you help narrow down our options that's what's best fitted for who we are.
Yeah, I help you recognize your strengths, try to find out what you want, whether it's related to a specific situation here at the school or beyond high school. Maybe it's something going on at home and you're feeling frustrated. So we reflect on what's going on, what you can control essentially. A lot of times what interrupts teenagers is stuff that they don't have that much control over. So we try to bring it back to, in this moment, what can you control and what positive outcomes can come from that.
Okay. My next question is like, well, this, like as you're saying, this is your fifth year here at New Tech. What really made you come to New Tech versus like going to the main campus or going to other schools in a different area?
Sure. When I was investigating options, obviously I was new to the business, new to the industry of counseling, so I was looking at a lot of different types of schools. And what I can say is, not knowing a ton about New Tech coming in, I really feel blessed to have been here. One, I love the students here. The students really have good behavior, good attitude about things. I really enjoyed that we're small. I get to know students very quickly because we're a small school. I can walk up and down the hallways and meet students very quickly, as opposed to a larger school where you might be one of many guidance counselors in an office a little bit away from where the students meet. So it's harder to meet those students quickly. So I really like the size. I feel the connection to technology is invaluable, especially in the era we live in, where technology is so critical in the jobs that people are finding. So our commitment to technology is wonderful. And I feel like the students here really get a sense of what is the work world going to look like because you're doing projects. So it gives you a chance to partner, collaborate with other group members, and get a sense of, if I'm taking ownership of this assignment, what do I need to do to get it done, instead of merely turning something in at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. And like how you saying how you like how New Tech is a small school and everything is just like so quick to know each other and everything in such a familiar based environment. Now, in being a counselor, like I know you walk through school and you see the other kids. How would you describe the environment from like each grade, like for each student, like as they progress on to like a different grades before they finally end up leaving high school, like how I am? How would you describe like the whole environment change for them?
Great question. And really this comes down to, for me as the counselor, as an incoming freshman, there's not a ton of reasons that I would need to check in on a student right away. The students as a freshman, they're coming in, and I know this project is geared towards helping freshmen transition from 8th grade to freshman year, is coming to seek support early on, not waiting until your junior or senior year to start asking questions about college or figuring out that, wow, my grades from freshman year are just as important as my junior and senior year grades for college. That's really invaluable. I wish there was time for me to check in with every student and every day, but the reality is I know many of our students don't see me throughout the year because they don't understand how or what my role is. So as a counselor, it's trying to break down that barrier of sort of the hesitancy to come talk to an adult that you don't see in class every day.
Okay. Why did you choose this career? Like, what made you want to walk in this path to become a guidance counselor for high school kids?
That's another, it's a question that connects with me because this wasn't my original plan. And I share that with a lot of the students that I'm advising, is that when you attend college, you have any number of ideas and missions and goals in that. But we have to be flexible because as we get to, when you start high school, you're 14, when you graduate, you're 18, then you graduate college, maybe at 22, that life change happens rapidly. People identify what they want, their mission, their goals change. And I was flexible enough to just recognize that my past career was something I enjoyed, but it wasn't something that I wanted to do long term. So I went back to school and I pursued counseling. And it's really the idea of I like being an outlet for students. I like the ability to get to know them on a one-on-one level, which is a little bit different than in the classroom setting where it's one adult for maybe 20 to 25 students. I like hearing their stories, getting to know their interests, not having a time limit on how much time we can spend together. So counseling really worked for me, but that was taking a step back and saying, all right, what's my personality and how can I make that work in the high school setting?
Wow. Never seen it like that. Going back in the past when you went to high school, do you feel like it's different now for kids going to high school versus when your generation went to high school?
I feel like all generations have different challenges. Certainly, high school can be a trying time for all students because there's physical changes going on. There's changes at home where you're seeking maybe more independence as a high school student than you've had during middle school. So there's naturally going to be some conflict. At the same time, I think technology has changed some of the immediacy of what we deal with, where people can say things online, say things through a text, a lot of different ways to communicate and make it in some ways better for students. They're more connected, but at the same time, if you're having trouble with saying like a bullying situation, that can get to the internet real fast, which isn't always going to be pleased here at the school, but it affects you day to day.
Okay. Well, taking me back to old school, what were you like? What were you personally like in high school? Were you like one of those jock type, one of the nerdy type? Well, I really want to know.
Yeah, my high school experience, what stands out to me now is that I was friends with a lot of different types of people, which I really feel is important. I wasn't the popular student. I played sports, but I wasn't the considered jock student. And my group of friends really we related to a lot of people. We were open-minded, I feel, which is critical. It's we all are going through this experience together, and it can be more positive as you get to know more different types of people. That continued into college, where you just, you break away from your comfort zone, and now you have to meet new people from different parts of the state, from different states, from out of the country, and that's really, valuable to me. My closest friends to this day are people that I met back in elementary school, so, I tried to find those bonds that were strong and know a lot of people, but be really close with a few.
Oh, okay. As the year is coming to an end and you're going to continue on here at New Tech into your 6th year, now, what are some of the things that you probably that you're looking forward from the new freshmen?
Sure. It's always fun because I meet the incoming freshmen during 8th grade, and we have 5 to 10 minute conversations, so I get to know them briefly. But I would ask them as they're watching this, or if they have an opportunity, to come by the office and just stop by and say hello. Again, the idea of meeting counseling isn't for that you're in trouble or that there's something wrong with you. It's really to get more support here at school and beyond, because as I'm advising students like you who are seniors now for post-graduation plans, the earlier we develop some type of connection and understand kind of what your goals are, the more I can be a support to you. So I really appreciate the opportunity to share this with the students and hope they take advantage of what I am and what I can provide to them.
Okay. I know you were talking about how you're telling them to just hey, whenever you see me, whenever you come here, just come by, say hello. But then also about that, is there just a simple thing that you personally want them to know about themselves in being freshmen? Because coming here is going to be a brand new experience for them, and it's just they probably need something to hold on to. What would be that one thing that you would tell them to hold on to?
I would break it down into a couple of categories. One, academically, it's important to get off to a good start. It's really hard to play that catch-up game and always be chasing, a letter grade you're hoping for. So if you start the year well, if you're turning in assignments early, making connections with teachers, the odds are you're going to have a very good high school experience. So I think that's academically. On a social level, I would encourage them to get involved. I feel, and I talk to students this, is their school day shouldn't be, come here at 7:30, leave at 2:25, go to their 7 classes and go home. It should be getting into clubs after school during the lunch periods. Our teachers are very generous here about making time for students to come down at lunch and do different fun clubs that we offer, to really taking advantage of that. Then on sort of a more away from school stuff is that recognizing that they're not alone. Everyone has some good days, everyone has some bad days, but a lot of the students can relate to what anyone is going through. So find an outlet, come talk to me, talk to your teachers about here's what's going on with me, here's the help that I feel like I need, and then let's try something and work together.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the interview, Mr. Goldman, and for you new incoming freshmen, I hope that when you do come in, you come to see Mr. Goldman, because he has been such a help to most of his kids coming through to our high school the end of our high school career, that it's just very wonderful to have him here at the school as a guidance counselor, and for all the word of advice that he has given us. He is definitely someone that you would want to meet when you come to the school, and someone that you would want to stay connected to throughout your entire high school career.
Thanks, Audrey. I think you and I have shown your resiliency. You've worked hard through a lot of challenges in high school, and you're on your way to graduation 1 month from today, and you'll be on your way to stuff after high school, so keep up the good work.
Thank you, Mr. Goldman. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yes, I got it.